XSplit, I believe in you. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. XSplit's fine. It ain't crashing. I think. Yeah, I got faith in it. Cool. So we're down a Tom, but he might pop in later when he's done playing Crusader Kings. Because
Harold's got off somewhere.
We all know that. So Harold's just gone quiet for a bit, which may be a blessing.
Now would be the day to give us as many charisma-based persuasion challenges as possible.
I mean, you've still got a sorcerer, so you'll probably be all right. Yeah. I'm going to rewind just a little bit to before Fluke walk, because I want to actually have you guys go in and hand the quest over to Devlin and get your payment, just to see what you bring to him. So we're going to start off in that case in the Yawning Portal, everyone's favorite drinkery / entrance to a dungeon / general adventure hangout. And you guys make your way inside. We sort of see that it's pretty busy. Well, actually, it was like 4 a.m. when you guys were doing your mission, about 2 a.m. or so. So it's at the stage where they're starting to kick people out of the tavern. Or it's 24 hours. It's more that people are either so drunk they're being forced to leave, or staggering home to get on with their real lives. And as we're kind of seeing this, people staggering, we see the doors get kicked open, and the party, somewhat battered, make their way inside. In the middle of them all, Fluke, who is currently being held up, looking for all the world like an unconscious drunk, but actually has a severe gunshot wound to the stomach. But she'll be fine. She'll be fine. You've carried her over here, and you enter, and Yagara Stonefist, the half-orc buddy of yours, sees you come in, looks up and goes, "Alright, you guys there. Fuck.
Just go back to sleep, mate.
Oh,
glad to see you here."
She puts her head back down on the table and continues drinking, with her head still on the table. You look around and you can see Davlin, the Zentarum sort of contact that gave you the mission to hunt down this delightful individual who shot at all of you and probably could have killed Earl if I wrote a little bit on that to hit. What do you do?
To be fair, a stray fly could probably kill Errol if it rolled higher than hit.
It is fair. It is concerningly fair. Yeah, you see him across the area. He's got a couple of his sort of toughs around him, and he's chatting away. He doesn't seem too drunk or too deep. He probably has a happy buzz going. It's 2 a.m. in a pub, but he seems a little more in control of himself than Yagara was.
Ah, Davil! How are you doing?
He looks up and smiles slightly, and is like, yes. Earl, good to see you again. Please, come, join me. Have you already seen to the problems that I sent you to deal with?
All sorted. Won't be any more killings.
That was surprisingly quick, I must say. I expected this to take a few days.
You hire the best, you get the best work.
We do work fast.
I can see that. Please take a seat. Can I get you anything to drink? Any wine?
Ale?
Ooh. Whatever she was drinking. That looked like good stuff.
It wasn't, but she drank copious amounts of it, so quantity over quality.
Works for me.
Okay, you get. You see, he looks over to his side and sorry. This cough will shift eventually, but it is not this day. You see that he sort of nods to one of these black-clad men who's with him, and they stand up, and they make their way away, and they fetch you all drinks. And as he's doing this, he goes, "So, please tell me, what was going on, and how did you solve the problem?"
Well, we decided that the best way of solving the problem was to catch them in the act. We had someone dress up as an elf and look very drunk, and we got attacked by the person. We had a strange, dark, cloaked figure descended from a rooftop, drew a scimitar, and was about to strike where we caught them.
And what happened next? I imagine there was some violence.
There's a little violence, nothing we couldn't handle.
It's like hanging in a seat.
Is your friend well?
Yes, she's fine.
She just took a slug, don't worry about it.
I see. He reaches over and pats Fluke on the shoulder. It's like, it looks like she gave a good account of herself.
Yeah, we should probably patch her up, actually.
You heal 7 hit points, Fluke.
Was it a dream?
Yeah, why
you
not?
might need to be a bit more specific.
Like, there was like this guy, and Harold was dressed in weird stuff, and he had like an exploding one. Not Harold, the other guy, and Brinny died.
Oh yes, I was shot too, but you patched me up.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much better.
Oh, I feel awful.
Yeah, it took a shot right in the gut. Don't worry though, we managed to mostly beat the shot out of him.
Do you have my bag?
Yes, I got a bag of shite. Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, actually no, I left it. We came straight here, didn't we?
You came straight here, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would not bring that inside. That's outside with a wheelbarrow. Wait, they took our wheelbarrow. It's outside in a crate.
Devlin.
I don't think anyone's going to be taking it.
As fascinating as this is, please go on. What happened to this individual? Is he with the guards? Is he dead? What race was he? Did he have any symbols of him, of any factions? Why was he doing what he was doing? Information is important.
I got the distinct impression he just didn't like pretty little elves that were racist.
Huh. I see. So it was a attack on elves for personal reasons, a dislike for our kind.
Yeah. Seems to be.
You got me, you do get on people's nerves a lot.
And there was nothing, and he was a lone bowman of sorts. It's just a crazy.
Well, of sorts, yes.
He sort of gives you a look like, is there more to that you want to divulge?
Well, we were bringing him back here, all tied up very nicely, and he had a few associates who disagreed with us bringing him here to you.
Associates? What sort of associates?
The very heavily armed.
Oh.
The first guy was a drow too.
Yes.
So, merely some Waterdavian with a dislike for humanity. This was a group of drow having a go at elf kind. Interesting.
Wow. For what I heard, it was just one elf who took a bit too far.
Yeah.
One drow.
You got the feeling the others weren't involved?
They got pretty
they were not happy
pissed
with
in.
him.
I see. Do you think there'll be any more killings? Is this problem truly dealt with?
Well, if there are any more, we know who to look for.
Drow?
Basically.
A shifty
think we'll
lot,
be dealing.
can't be trusted. Grins at Earl a little bit.
I don't think we'll be dealing with it dealing with it again anytime soon.
Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
would you happen to know the drow with an eye patch? That ring a bell at all?
Looks thoughtful
It is.
for a minute.
It was funny hat on too.
Shakes his head. I have had few dealings with drow that weren't quick and violent. Little conversation with them. But I will certainly look into this. If there's drow working within the city, that means there are possibly other players at work. Thank you for bringing this to me and being so honest about it.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I believe payment is, of course, appropriate for this situation. And we at the Zentarum, the Black Network, always make sure to pay our debts.
Might be fine of you.
So let's have a look here. And he brings out, he has a bag, a fairly hefty-looking bag of gold for each of you. And he plonks them down in front of all of you. I might have told you this last time, so you might have already added it to your sheet, but yeah.
Could have.
He plonks
I think I have.
a little pouch of gold in front of each of you, and the pouch contains 50 gold pieces. Fluke, this is a ridiculous amount of money that you suspect could be used to buy a castle.
I don't know if I can carry this.
I'll carry it for you.
You
already got
offered too quickly.
Well, I sure ain't carrying your shit bag any further, so
So yeah, everyone can add 50 gold to their character sheet. And I don't really know where you'd put this, but find a little space, maybe in notes, or maybe there's a faction bit. Everyone gains 1 renown with the Zentarum.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to put that myself.
Yeah.
Allies and
organizations.
organizations.
If there's an allies and organizations bit, that is perfect.
Where's that?
Go to bio.
right at the top.
Zentarum is spelled like that.
Oh, I got it completely wrong. There's a lot
Oh,
less
yeah, same.
X's.
Yeah, I put X's in it too.
Xanathar.
I was
Yeah.
missing an H.
I'm just
I think
picturing
these
how
guys
I...
are just trying to cheat at Scrabble.
Oh yeah, I went with X as well.
You only see
I
boy.
had 64 gold in my chart, so I assume that includes...
Yeah, that
That
sounds like
one.
it would have included
Yeah.
that, because I think this is your
I got
first proper
63.
page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so ish.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for your help. We will definitely contact you again soon, I suspect, with more work. There's always plenty more work that we can have. Just pop by from time to time. Ask Yagra if there's any work going. If there is, we'll make sure to pass you in your direction and see that you get paid properly for it. By this stage, all your drinks have arrived and are in front of the table.
Alright. Well,
It's a fruitful
trying to-
partnership.
To a fruitful partnership. To the Zentarum. Your family now.
What? I thought we didn't have to.
No, we're not joining. We're just.
Okay. To
Just,
fruit.
good friends.
To a effective business relationship. Gets this big awkward horn of booze.
It's really cool.
You have to put down a stand every time.
I do.
Unbelievably
Ah.
awkward.
Interestingly, my girlfriend got that for me, and then she broke the first one. So she bought me another one, but that means we have 2 stands. So we've got one downstairs next to the in the kitchen for when we clean it, and then we have the second stand up here.
Yeah, it works.
It's actually very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, you have a few drinks, he smiles, and then there's a moment, I think, where you all remember, oh shit, we have to go and protect dung sweepers. You kind of try and remember what time it is, you ask, Davlin lets you know it's about 4 a.m. now, coming up to. So in 2 hours, you've got to be protecting men who clean the streets of poop.
Oh good, 2 short rests.
It's about a 2-hour walk away.
Jeez.
I mean, do we really need to do this?
I mean, Fluke can get us there twice as fast as usual. So,
That's
That's true. You put me in the wheelbarrow and I'll give directions.
If it takes 2 hours, could we take that hour rest and then
Sure,
walk
you
there
guys,
in an hour?
you guys can get
Yeah.
a short rest.
Thanks, man.
Take a short rest, and if you could also, everyone could make a con save for me.
No.
That's a sexy 2 I just rolled.
Okay, Killian and Gareth, could you both take a level of exhaustion, as you have basically been up all night and then you're going to go work all day. So
Yeah.
you are tired boys. But Brynny and Fluke, you're doing all right. You're toughing through.
I'm a nocturnal
Weirdly enough.
cast, you know.
Yeah.
It helps.
There's no exhaustion marker in this.
It's that healing magic.
It is now a class resource that I have one of.
Your one resource of tired as crap. Cool. All
Oh,
right.
sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to roll that. Are we okay to...
Yeah, you're okay to roll hit dice. You spend an extra hour in the pub having a bit to drink, and you chill out for a bit. Take a minute, take a few deep breaths, have a few drinks with Davlin, who, he's actually he is an elf, so at some stage he's probably just going to sit here and go into a trance for 4 hours, and then go back to doing business in the morning. Yes, Luna, I know. There you go, Kevin. There's the dog.
Oh, Luna!
Dog!
There's the age.
Happy birthday!
Her birthday was yesterday, but she says thank you. Oh, she's muddy. She loves lying in muddy puddles in this time of year. It's her favorite thing.
I'm dog sitting at the moment, but my 2 are out on the couch with my girlfriend, and I won't disturb.
So yeah, you head off. You make your way to your appointment with the Dung Sweepers, who are
Yay.
somewhat disappointed that you're late, I suppose. And you spend the day watching over them. What do you guys do? Because they're
Late and drunk.
yeah, you're kind of late.
Smelling slightly of booze and
Yeah.
blood.
Wait, are we late?
You're on time, but it's one of those things where you haven't like showered before going, and you're clearly
I prefer
wearing
you
the
were there
same
before
clothes as
time,
yesterday.
You're not being paid to show up early, but they still expect it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that noise.
We're also not being paid, as far as I know.
Yeah. Now you're doing this as a favor for the people who resurrected you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you kind of show up. What do you guys do? You do look a bit dishevelled, and a little on the worse for wear side when you show up. And you can see like the lead dung sweeper is kind of giving you a bit of a side eye, like.
I just keep a good eye out for trouble, and mostly try to ignore them looking at the disheveled cat.
Huh. What do you do with all this dung you're collecting?
What do you mean? We put it in carts and we take it out of the city and we give it to the farmers and they put some of it on their crops and use it to make compost. We mostly just get it out of the city. It's shit. I mean, we don't want it here.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You guys shitting your food. What?
What? We didn't say anything about that, fish person.
I'm pretty sure that's what you just said.
Yeah, like they put it on the food they grow.
That's disgusting.
That's
Well, they didn't say they put it on the food they grow. They could just be rubbing it all over the cows.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Is that why cows are
like
brown?
keep them all moisturised.
So it's gotta moisturization is important. He's always had to moisten up our livestock back in the underkeep.
Well, that makes sense. Fluke's going to try and steal a little more dung.
I really wish I didn't learn more about farming. Ugh.
sure. You can roll a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
Remind me, what do you... Oh, you're going to sell it to the apothecary, aren't you?
I'm going to try, yeah.
I mean, yeah. They're not watching the dung particularly hard, so you successfully steal some.
Okay.
They're just commoners, and they lack interest in protecting this particular thing. Yeah, the day goes by.
I tried to sense danger while we're there.
Keep an eye out for danger.
That's what it means, right?
Brian, you also do know at some stage there's apparently a job going back at the marina, some scavenge that you can head off and try and hunt down. Luna, what's up with you? Huh? You barking at me?
You barking at me?
Where's your pig? Where's your piggy?
There's no one else
Sorry,
here,
guys.
so you must be barking at me.
There it is.
We're only disappointed that we don't get to join.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a scavenging job at some stage if you want to go after it, Brian. Which may
Interesting.
make a bit of thing. So yeah, focus.
You just
now.
want sleep at the moment, though.
Yes. Well, you got a 10-hour shift to get through first.
Yep.
Of following around, people cleaning up poop. In the streets, in the rain, like it is raining pretty heavily most of the day, which I suppose is a good thing to Brian, but to the rest of you,
Yes.
you feel a bit bedraggled. Midway through the day, Brinny, you hear in your head a voice, clear and confident, come out going, "I am Vajja Safri, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower in the Castle Ward at once. Bring your friends."
Is our shift done?
This is kind of midway through your shift, or second half kind of time.
I like pull as many of the team as I can quickly to the side. It's gonna go. I just got a message in my head telling me to go to Blackstaff Tower.
Why the hell did you want to go there?
Blackstaff himself told me to. He said his real name, but I've forgotten it already because it was not in English.
Oh shit. That's big.
Some kind of wizardy fella?
I think he's the local archmage or something like that.
How would he know you, Brinny?
I don't know at all.
Oh, that's creepy. We shouldn't go.
As far as I know, no one in the city except for Gillester actually knows me, and you folks. Do I have any connection to this person? Do I know like?
Oh, you've. You might have heard of the Blackstaff before. You could do a history roll to figure that out, but yeah, you've definitely never been someone you've met personally. Nor do you even know what a staff is.
It sounds like some kind of porn star.
I was about. I was about to say, could I like scour my old master's connections? But let's just face it, with a history check like that, no, I can't.
You have a clue.
Would we get in trouble for leaving midway through our shift? He made it sound urgent.
Well, if it's some bigwig, it's probably something to do with the people we are favours to.
Oh, yeah, it could be because of the resurrection.
So, well, we can't leave this lot to deal with themselves. So why don't we leave Harold to deal with them?
Ooh.
We'll go off and follow this line.
I appreciate that so much. As a GM, one of my pet peeves is, and you see a lot in Critical Role actually, is this character isn't here. Let's get them to do things. It's like, no, they're not here.
Yeah.
They fade into the background. Stop trying to get Yasha to fight things.
They are the ones you leave behind to look after things while you go do stuff.
Exactly. So
Yep.
yeah, I think that's what you do. You leave your good friend Harold to kind of cover the end of the shift. He talks
greatest
it
fighter.
over, smooths
get
it
further
down,
shit face.
and you head off. It doesn't take long to find out where the Blackstaff Tower is. I mean, Fluke, you know where it is, even if you maybe don't know a lot about it, because it's a fairly well-known local landmark. I say as I try desperately to find it on this map. I thought I knew where it was, but it appears to not be there. Blackstaff Tower. I think it's one of these things I have to reveal as well.
I genuinely
The
enjoy
pixels.
the parts of this where we have to scour the map to figure out what the hell we're doing. Genuinely,
Yeah,
it's
it's
something.
great.
Is there just something kind of, I don't know, hits that certain, like, nerdy, like... Geeks just love looking at maps, like, fantasy
Yeah.
maps. It's a real...
Yeah, yeah, maps are cool.
Blackstaff Tower, where are you?
I imagine it's Castle Ward.
I thought
Would be my
so,
guess.
too.
Yeah, I'm sure he
near
said
this-
Castle Ward.
Blackstaff Tower.
Like any of those or something?
Ah, there it is. I've got it. Need to reveal it first, though.
Ah, okay.
It's right in the middle of the City for Dead.
Not quite. It is near the Font of Knowledge, whatever that is. It is over here. It is a very tall building. It is a very tall tower. Dominates the local surroundings. And it is, just a big, dark tower. Surrounded by like a perimeter sort of gate, perimeter fence. And you can see the street outside is fairly busy with folk coming and going. People in scholarly robes moving in and out. At one stage, you see a wizard like figure just fly over your heads and fly over the wall and enter into the tower that way. You sort of see him land casually in front of a door and start a conversation with another person in fine scholarly robes. And yeah, you look up and you know this is Blackstaff Tower. It feels a little out of your normal pay grade, but here you are.
Does look a bit fancy.
Do you think they could teach us how to fly?
That'd be pretty cool.
We're talking, I can't hear them.
Probably have a better idea if we went all covered in shit. So,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could leave it at the Hall of Justice.
Well, it's rained on us, though.
that's true. I mean, I always smell wet myself, but
I think I've got a trick for smells. Maybe. Let me see if...
alright.
I've done it a few times, so it seems to have done something, but my magic can be a bit on and off.
Yeah, don't like blow us up. I'd rather smell of shit.
That's fair. But I press digitation to try and get rid of the smell.
Yeah, predicting definitely gets rid of the smell of poop for now. I mean, it's poop. It will start to stink again because that is what it is. It
We have
cannot-
2 literal sacks of it.
You have 2 literal chats of
Yeah.
poop.
Maybe I left the sack with Harold.
yeah.
Do you
Guard
trust
everyone
him?
and my sack.
Harold was into the entrepreneur idea. I think Fluke trusts that he will keep the bag.
Ah, yes, your business partner.
Yes.
All right.
So is this kind of place I should put a shirt on for?
It does look quite fancy.
Alright. Do I have clothes? I have common clothes. Perfect. Alright, I take out...
I
Weird
will
shirt and
disguise
put it on.
myself to look much fancier.
Okay.
I'll start licking my wrist and rubbing it on my head.
So
Oh, copy.
Earl does a wee fix himself up and manages to make himself look quite presentable. The rest of you, yeah. But so what do? You go up to the gate and sort of introduce yourselves?
Sure.
Yeah, you head up to the gates.
Say
You see
hi.
there's a young, studious man, kind of the beginnings of a beard, like kind of coming in, but a little bit patchy in places. And he's got a book in front of him. But he seems to be standing at the gate, like, approach me and talk to me. Like he's standing in that sort of space.
The receptionist space.
Yeah, pretty much. Gate reception space.
Hi,
Hello. Oh, you should probably...
I'm Brinny.
And done. Okay, sorry, I was just finishing that chapter. Hello, yes. Brinny, right.
Someone called the Blackstaff sent a message to me in my head and told me come here.
Yep, she does that. That is normally a thing. 1 second, just to warn you, because we've had people try this before, the whole, the black staff contacted us, and that's why I'm allowed in. If you're lying, there's a curse. Just to warn you, and it will kill you. Are you lying?
I'm not lying. I just hope I'm not wrong.
I didn't get any message at all. No way did I get message.
I was just told to come along. Here.
What was that? Sorry.
Do I get the sense he's pulling out legs?
Roll a insight check. 3. Maybe. Well, if she invited you, then you're fine to go in. If not, then you will die. But it's fine. So if you just head on through, just go to the first door, any random door that you see, and walk through that, and you'll be in her office.
That's really efficient. I hope she'll teach me how to do that.
That's not how doors normally work.
Most things here don't work how things normally work. It does take some getting used to. Normally you can go where you want, but if she wants to see you, you go. It can be quite surprising when she wants to talk to you about your dissertation, and you think you're on your way to the bathroom, and then you walk through a door, and oh, look at that, you're in her office, and you were already unzipping. But it's fine.
Yeah, that's a mighty unpleasant.
Yes.
Well, could work out for you. You never know.
It did not. She
no
found it hilarious. But yeah, if just head through the first door you see, and if she's wanting to see you, you should end up straight in her office.
Okay.
Brynny, you're certain you got a message, right? This sounds pretty dangerous. Just got to make sure.
I can go by myself if you want, but I think it'll be better if maybe Arrow does the talking. This place is kind of scary.
Oh, you'll be fine. Right. Just go in the front, and we'll follow.
Okay, I try simultaneously to go in front while hiding behind Brian.
Brian's not moving. He doesn't want to go through the store, especially not first.
So Brynny's just stood there, and we're slowly revolving around. Simultaneously pushing them in front and to the back and to the front.
The young wizard on the door watches you and goes, "Interesting. Perhaps that maybe planets revolve around each other." And he begins to scribble some notes as he has some sort of minor breakthrough.
All right, I walk tentatively in.
All right, yeah, you pass through the gate, no trouble. You find yourself in this large courtyard. It kind of has the feeling of like a university courtyard. There are a lot of small groups chatting excitedly, maybe having lunch, sort of. It was raining, like when you were outside properly, but once you pass inside, it's a sunny. It becomes kind of a clear autumn day. Sun kind of. Oh yeah, it's horrible for Errol. But so this means people can be outside. They're talking with each other, discussing general things. You notice a lot of people in wizardly robes, but you also notice a few people in adventure-y style armor. Not like city guard or knight armor, but more like practical dungeon delver armor. Kind of scattered around, mixed in amongst the others.
There's a few different types here.
And then silence falls.
Like, completely?
Oh, no one said anything.
Oh.
Alright.
I had no more descriptive text for you.
Now, we know that if we walk through a door, we'll end up where we're supposed to go. I'm just wondering if that applies to trapdoors.
Or windows.
What if I made a hole in the wall with Bianca, and then we went through that? Think that gets there?
From over your shoulder, the young mage calls out, "I wouldn't advise that."
Oh, it's purely what do you call that one?
Academic.
Thing you say? Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's that kind of question. That's the one.
I think he meant hypothetical.
Also
Why
true.
are there so many words?
Okay,
Long ones.
Brynny heads towards the door.
All right, you head towards just there's a sort of door in the side that looks like it leads into maybe one of the wings of the tower's grounds. You open it up, and through the door, you can see a fairly eclectic, cluttered office. There's a big desk in the middle, but all the wall space is taken up by different bookshelves. Which are obviously covered in books, but also covered in random pieces of, I don't want to say tat, but like odd things you don't really recognize. There is the doodads, random doodads. There's a shield across on one shelf that you see that bears a strange symbol, which is like a sort of like a curved cross with little dashes at the top and bottom of the cross. You can see there is a little stuffed toy of a vampire elsewhere. Books just everywhere. It's a bit of a mess. And sitting behind the desk, actually she's probably standing, moving around the room, you see a woman who looks like
Woman.
this. She has tan skin, dark hair, quite well dressed, but sort of practically dressed. Less scholarly robes, and actually more kind of adventuring gear. She sees the practicality of wearing boots and trousers as opposed to a long dressing gown. And she is in the middle of moving around the room, inspecting her books, looking over notes. She seems quite taken up by what looks like the work of her day.
Hello?
Oh, yes, hello. Coming in. If you've made it inside, then I assume that you're meant to be here. So, come on through.
Again, tentatively walk in, watching my step at every step.
Watching your step at every step.
You have the audit secretary.
Oh, yeah. Gerald's on, Floon's on the door today. He's, nice kid. A little, distracted. Hey, let's have a look at you. And she turns around, sort of sees the group of you come in and goes, now this I like. This is good. We have a good, eclectic group of strange adventurers. I tell you what, I have been getting sick of all these different variants of humans. They're just really popular these days. No, this is more like it. Hello, I am Vajra Sharif, or Matthew hopes he's pronouncing that correctly anyway. I am the Blackstaff of Blackstaff Tower. And she smiles at you. Goes, oh, wait, holds out her hand, and from like a dusty corner of the room, a black staff, the one that she has in her hand in the picture, flies to her and lands in her outstretched hand. She goes, this is the titular Blackstaff, just in case you were wondering about the title.
Hey.
You sent me a message in my head for some reason?
I did indeed. Thank you for making it so quickly. Sorry, I know it's a little personal for some people, the whole communicating directly into someone's brain thing, but I just find it a lot more efficient than sending out messengers. So, please come in, take us. The seats are covered in things. Stand, and I will have an unseen servant get you coffee. Do you want coffee?
Do you have milk?
We have milk. From what animal?
That we've had. Coffee sounds amazing.
All right, one coffee. Anyone
try.
else?
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
So
going to get
cold
you.
one,
I
but-
discovered in my travels a delightful thing called a mocha. I'm going to, with pumpkin spice, I'll get each of you one of those. And milk for Brynny over there. From any particular animal, I've got cow, goat, Trask, various others.
I think I'll stick with goat, thank you.
Coming up. And yeah, there's a kind of sense of things happening in the background, like stuff is getting knocked over and a kettle is being boiled somewhere. Looking around, you actually see, now that you're inside, the door that you closed behind you has disappeared, and you just seem to be in a room with no obvious exits. Well, I'm glad to see you're all here, and you made it quickly. Thank you. I suppose you're wondering why I've asked you all to make it.
Well, I assume you want us to do something for you.
Yes, that is the long and short of it, basically. I run Force Grey in the city. Force Grey is a force of adventuring hero mercenary types that I use to help protect the interests of the city. They've been very useful. They helped deal with giants a year or so ago, saved a few people from Barovia. Useful bunch of folk. If sometimes seen as a bit extreme and eclectic, but I
seem to have a type.
I see the use of adventurers. I see the use of individuals with skills and self-interest working for the good of the city, and from what my good friend Volo told me the other day over dinner, I think that seems to be what you guys are. So
Volo
yes,
seems to get around.
I would like
Absolutely.
to offer you the chance to join the Grey Hands. It's miners. It's the sort of, it's not Force Grey, but it's a group of memberships of individuals who are interested in protecting the city and working for myself and for Waterdeep in its best interest, really.
Is there any pay?
She gives you a smile and goes, I do find money is a good way of motivating adventurers. I don't really know if I can offer you pay for the first job, but I can definitely, if you help me out, there can definitely be pay in the future. Also, if you lend me aid, perhaps I can lend you aid one day.
Just saying, because we're quite a bit in debt at the moment.
Yes, she smiles. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
And
Don't put that incident against any of our further adventuring credentials. Let's call that one a trial run, and we have to do better from here.
Look, death happens to us all sometimes, alright? The important thing is to be really good friends with a cleric or two. Or, and she smiles and goes, a well-connected wizard.
I think I see where you're coming from here.
Yeah.
Are you good at finding out information?
She smiles and like, I have a bit of a knack for it when I want to. It just tends to take a while for it to get processed through the annals, but most information comes through Blackstaff Tower at some stage or another.
I mean, sounds good to me. What do you guys think?
I mean, what do you protect the city from when you're protecting the city?
Depends on the day and the week, really. Undead, dragons, and giants one week, but also the subtler things. Murderers, those who would overthrow the open lord and the closed lords, that kind of thing. It's my job to just help prop everything up. The Blackstaffs have done it for a long time. It's an important position in the city.
Oh, so it's a title, is this? Ain't your name?
No, it's a title. Named for the first Blackstaff. 1 second.
Is it Alistair?
No. Kelebane, who's the first Blackstaff of the city. Kelebane would be a name that would tickle even with like the less historically minded of you. it's a name that would tickle the back of your brains a little bit. He's a well-known sort of historical figure in Waterdeep. Very powerful mage from a long time ago.
I definitely know about it.
Just out of curiosity, but it doesn't have to happen to be a silk handkerchief lying around anywhere.
A silk handkerchief? Oh, in the room? Roll a perception check. Yeah. There is in fact a silk handkerchief on her desk.
It's a bit obvious.
Yeah. There's another one you can see kind of in a glass cabinet on one of the shelves, cluttered with things and mabobs.
I'll slowly start edging that way as we're talking.
Right, so Fluke collects shite and Errol collects boogers. What is this group?
She smiles you up. Anyway, I take it you're interested?
Well, as long as it doesn't defeat us paying back some of our debt to Miss Silverhand is good for me.
I was wondering, does working for you also mean working for her?
Me and the Lady Silverhand are separate entities within the city. We both work in the best interest of Waterdeep, but different circles.
So we've been working on a shit show for the last while, and I kind of like to get off shit detail if we could. Some of us don't mind as much, but I'm not the entrepreneurial type.
If you want my advice with that, just work away at it, keep her happy, and eventually something will come up that she'll need you for enough to clear your debt. It will be a risk when it does, but I would just gather friends and allies until that comes up, so you've got people to call on when the shit does hit the fan.
We probably don't want to look unreliable.
We have a lot of shit stored up, don't worry.
This is enough for me to just give her a quick perception check. Super perceptive. She just looks confused.
I think we actually bring the bag thing with us.
No, I left it with Harold to protect and guard with his life.
That's
or,
okay.
Just with his, not with his life.
Yeah.
Fourth organisation, bloody hell.
Oh, it doesn't sound like the worst of ideas.
These people, I like this more than other things. This is like fighting monsters and bad things. I think it sounds better.
Well, can't argue there. Can't be worse than what I gotta do right now.
Well, I have a little task, errand, really. Shouldn't be dangerous. There is a monk on a mountain who has not been replying to my sending spells. He does that sometimes. He can be a bit belligerent. Seek out Halm, a monk who lives in a cave on the side of Mount Waterdeep. Ask him what he's heard about threats to the city, but try not to annoy him or overstay your welcome. He is a grumpy old prick. Don't tell him I said that.
I've worked with sailors all my life, don't worry. I know how to deal with grumpy fuckers.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, he's in a cave up the side of Mount Waterdeep. Head on up, find him, and ask him if he knows anything about threats to the city. That's all I ask. You can do it today if you want.
Well, while she's saying that, can I try to maybe pinch her handkerchief if she's not looking my way?
Sure. Which one are you going for? The one on her desk or the one in the cabinet on the side? The cabinet doesn't look locked. It just looks like
it's the cabinet in kind of behind casing.
Yes, it's like there's a bookshelf and there's a little like box on the bookshelf, like a cigar box almost with a glass top. Has like one of those little like hooks on it, you know, but the hooks it's just not like a lock.
I think. Actually, no, I won't go for either.
Not going to try and steal from the Archmage?
Really?
No, it's not someone to piss off.
Probably.
We see you sort of eyeing this silk handkerchief and like maybe it's a really nice looking silk handkerchief, but you think better of it and you're gonna go away. It's like, so can I trust you to head up Mount Waterdeep and find Ham?
Does have to be today. I am very tired.
I mean,
I'm quick for a kip right now.
Sooner would be better, but if you can leave it if you want. I think a day shouldn't make a big difference.
Is Mount Waterdeep dangerous?
Shouldn't be. I'd keep an eye out for griffins while you're up there. The Griffin Cavalry has its outpost, has the peak top area up there. So keep it, but they're mostly tame. But I wouldn't go up and try and pet them or anything. I think we had some kobolds up there for a while, but I think some other adventurers have gone up and dealt with that. So it should be safe. It is a hell of a climb, though. Part of the reason I'm not doing it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that first one.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you could fly us up there, teleport or anything.
I mean, no.
Oh, we're asking.
Yeah. No, she checks her prepared spells for the days and shakes her head.
If I burn all of my dimension doors, I might get you halfway across the city. Alright, well, if you want to go now, I will somehow make it up there, but on the way back down, you're probably going to have to drag me.
No, I would rather have a sleep if I can.
What time of day is it?
It's probably midday now, isn't it?
It's past midday. It's early afternoon.
Well, we could take a nap and just head up there and have a nice night stroll.
I think that's a
Probably
wonderful idea.
Well, maybe for you. Can't see a bloody thing.
Don't worry, I could light the place up.
What time does it get dark at these days?
Fairly early. You're coming up to winter. You're in autumn right now, so
okay.
About 4
Days are kind of short.
It's basically the same time of year as we're in, so days are pretty short.
All right. Well, I don't mind going if we want to take a snap at it now. But we gotta be back early, all right? I'm not going 2 days.
Well, you guys can. Well, actually, I suppose you should decide before you head out because it kind of depends. Yeah. So you're heading now, or do you want to leave it till tomorrow? I'd appreciate it if you did it now and got it out of the way, but I understand. The difference that a long rest can make to adventurers is astounding. I know from experience.
We already dealt with one crazy situation last night. I don't think you could handle another straight.
Oh. Anything
Unless
I
you
should
have
know
some.
about?
Oh no, just a little minor crime. Not us, of course.
Of course not. She sort of grins a little bit.
No, really, it really wasn't us. Oh, you gotta work on your...
She winks.
I went back.
I just kind of blink both my eyes. Well, I don't suppose we have the weekend tomorrow or anything, is it?
No, I haven't decided what day off it is. You will once again be following the shit shovelers tomorrow for the first part of the day at least. But once you're done with that, you can head on up the mountain.
We'll just leave Harold do it all day. I'm sure he loves it.
Or yeah, you can leave. You can maybe do the first half of the day and then leave Harold to finish off the end like you did today.
I know. What do you think?
I mean, I think we should go, but I'm feeling reasonably okay.
I mean, if I have another little rest, I might be alright.
Yeah, if we run out of tanning, if we run out of tanning up there, though, we might get in trouble. All right.
I think that's all right.
Just go. Let's just go. All right. All right. We'll go today.
That sounds like a great idea.
It really is, but let's do it anyway.
Could you send a message to our friend so that maybe if he gets off shit detail, he can come and join us? Just so he knows where we're going.
Yeah, he's kind of running the shit show right now.
She nods and goes, your friend, which one was that? Harold, was it?
Yeah, with the banjo.
The banjo. Okay. And she kind of just goes, like, a little vacant-eyed for a few seconds, and then, like, blinks herself back and goes, he's been informed.
Thank you.
Showed up won't freak him out at all. Thanks.
It's fine. It's just another third-level spell. You know? It's, only got so many of those a day, but whatever.
You're a powerful wizard.
It's fine. Right, well, are you ready to go then? Or do you have any more questions about me or the Grey Hands?
Let's do it.
Alright, she walks over to one of the bookshelves, and you notice that kind of built into the bookshelf is what looks like a door handle. She grabs the door handle, pulls it back, and reality kind of like bends back like she's pulling back a curtain. And there is a doorway there now. And she says, right, through you go. Good luck. Don't let him give you too much of a hard time. He's, he doesn't mean anything by it. He's just old.
I will not get used to this anytime soon.
And do you walk through the tear in reality?
Not first.
I'll understand.
Sure.
What's the worst that could happen?
You walk through it and you find yourself standing at the foot of Mount Waterdeep, several blocks away from the Blackstaff Tower.
And I was just looking at the map going, oh, there's a grand easy set of steps. Go straight towards it if we go here. But no, we're at the end of my planned route.
Yeah, you just walk through, and you can even see, like, from where you're standing, you look up, kind of like the part of the mountain you're at looks fairly, like, accessible. Like, she's probably just put you in front of, like, walk straight from here, and you'll end up at the cave eventually.
Ah, okay, I didn't realize it was actually, like, inside the...
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Okay,
This
makes I thought we were having to go somewhere else. That's cool.
No, there is a fairly large mountain inside the limits of Waterdeep, with a fairly large dungeon underneath it, as you understand.
Really?
Yeah, under the mountain. Some call it Under Mountain.
How does the city stay standing with so many dungeons under it? Its foundations must be just
I hear it's run by some kind of...
Fucking magic. Anyway, let's take just a quick break here, because I'm finding myself in need of a coffee a bit, and to blow my nose. So, just take a wee 5-minute break, and then you guys can head up Mount Waterdeep.
Yeah!